For weeks, 12 News has been following up on complaints from residents in Gilbert who saw major increases in their monthly water bill. Some of these bills in the thousands of dollars. Tonight, many of those residents are voicing their concerns to the Gilbert Town Council. Thanks for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Troy Hayden. Tonight, Gilbert says it's going to audit these results. 12 News journalist Sean Rice live outside of Gilbert Town Hall. All right, did residents get some answers they were looking for, Sean?
Yeah, Troy, I think that depends who you ask. What I do know right now is the city council meeting is still underway. The public comment portion of this meeting could last well into the early morning hours. But if it wasn't already known now, if it wasn't known before, I think it is known now. Gilbert residents being saddled with extremely high increases in their water bill in the hundreds, in some cases thousands of dollars in recent months. I think that's known now. And the reason I say that is because tonight dozens of Gilbert residents addressed the town's council wanting answers and an explanation as they remain saddled with paying these bills. We also heard how the town is addressing this, including a major announcement of a third-party audit. That audit is one residents hope will give them some answers. A packed Gilbert Town Council chambers.
For an eighth of an acre, right, with two people, there is no possible way I am possibly using 75,000 gallons.
As each resident's own water story was heard.
Why aren't we inspecting all meters, not just the ones in question? Because they're like roaches. Where there's one, there's many.
In recent weeks, homeowners have taken a closer look at their water bill. Many of them may look just like this one, where water usage has doubled, tripled, or in some cases much more, leaving residents wanting an explanation.
So I was okay with the $80 increase because I knew about it and understood it. 2 months later, my bill went to $850. I lost my mind.
That has included Councilmember Chuck Bongiovanni, whose bill neared $1,000 in 1 month this summer. As it turns out, he had a broken meter, a meter that has since been replaced, and his bill now back to normal.
We are committed to making sure that the bills are accurate and that the residents, are getting accurately charged for the water that they're using.
The town's Public Works Director, Jessica Marlowe, promised action, announcing a third-party audit over the town's advanced meter infrastructure. It's a network of smart water meters that deliver a resident's water consumption levels to the town.
They will verify the accuracy of the meters, verify the accuracy of the AMI radio system, and then those results will be made public for complete transparency.
And if inaccuracies are found, a promise was made. Residents won't be stuck paying for water that they never used.
If there is a meter error, we will adjust your bill.
And in addition to that audit expected to be conducted here in the coming months, the town also announced they are hiring more temporary workers, over a dozen more workers here at the utility department to handle an expected increase in calls and emails from residents who want their meters inspected. They also emphasized that they likely won't know the full scope of what's at issue here until every resident who thinks something is wrong reaches out to them so they can do an in-home inspection. Tonight, we're live in Gilbert. Sean Rice, 12 News.
And Sean, it seems fairly clear. There's really only one device that measures the amount of water that's supposedly going into a home, right? It's that water meter. I mean, that's the thing that has to be at fault here, right? Or is that what they're thinking?
It is. That's what that audit is. That's why it's so important. They're going to be specifically looking at this AMI system. They've installed 52,000 of these in the last 5 years. It began in 2020, and they're at the point now where about half of all Gilbert residents have these AMI meters. That could be what is at issue here from my reporting. I would guess that is what is at issue here, and so hopefully at least that audit will give these residents some answers.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the outcome of that audit is. Sean, thank you for that. New at 10 tonight, a hiker and a dog, both safe after they were rescued off of Shadow Mountain in Phoenix. Shadow Mountain, kind of in North Phoenix near Thunderbird in the 51. Fire crews say a man was hiking when he found a lost dog. Then it got too dark for the two of them to get down the mountain. Fire crews helped them both to safety. The dog was reunited with its owners. Phoenix Fire says the hiker was not hurt. Last night, we showed you this daring water rescue in Apache Junction. 2 police officers braving rushing water without life preservers to rescue a driver trapped inside an SUV that almost went down a small waterfall and that would have not been good. So tonight we're hearing from one of those officers who helped save that driver's life. 12 News journalist Jade Cunningham has our story.
911 emergency. Do we need police or medics?
Around 8 p.m. Monday,
I didn't see the water coming in 10 minutes ago. It's coming up to the windshield.
a call for help from a driver stuck in fast-moving water.
He was actually driving through, and wall of water hit his car, and it pushed him about 5 feet off the side of the road.
Jim Murray watched as the rescue unfolded.
I would say 25, 30 mile an hour maybe. It was moving. If you would have went over, he would have been gone.
Hold me. I got you, Sergeant. Where's the back of your vest?
2 officers answering that call.
If we have to risk ourselves, then we have to risk ourselves.
One of them, Sergeant Thomas Lewinsky,
That was my goal, to save him and get him out of that situation.
saying they were going to do whatever they could to help.
The one street that I went down was actually washed out. I actually jumped 2 fences into people's yards to get over another flooded area, and then I ran probably about a good 1.5 miles, 2 miles to get to the guy.
I got you, Sergeant.
Once there,
Both myself and the other officer, Officer Ballinger, we gave commands to the male subject, hey, relax, we're here for you, just focus on us.
I don't know where the drop-off's at.
both officers inched towards the car,
There's a ledge, and that ledge is probably a good 6 foot to 8 foot drop.
which was held only by a rock.
Okay, there's a rock right where my foot is. Okay?
There was a lot of stuff that we didn't know about underwater, and when we were walking through it, yeah, we were hitting rocks and everything like that too.
Hey, now listen to me. Listen to me. You're gonna go in some deep water and it's gonna be quickly moving, okay?
A makeshift rope was made, which eventually was caught by the driver, who crawled out the window.
I'm gonna hold on to you, but I need you to hold on to me, okay? We're gonna get through this together, all right? All right?
I'll be honest with you, it's a little nerve-wracking, but the one thing for me is that having that understanding of you can only control what's in front of you, and what was in front of me was him. That's my control, so I want to make sure that he's taken care of first.
Don't let go of the rope!
Once pulled to safety,
Hold on tight! I got you, Sergeant.
relief felt by all.
It's our job. This is what we do. I'm going to say this. I'm no hero. I'm just a patrol sergeant, and I just wanted to help out as much as possible, and that's what we did.
You all right? All right, man. You all right? You good?
Sergeant Lewinsky says it's his duty,
We got you. That's all that matters.
but the courageous actions of these officers saved a life
I was really impressed with our police officers. They're exemplary.
and is a moment that shows what bravery truly looks like. Jay Cunningham, 12 News.
First responders putting their lives on the line again. A farm in Santan Valley that rescues horses and helps vets still underwater from these big storms we got. Emus, you don't see those very often. How about this guy having to walk around in the water? Also horses left standing in inches of water from flooding. The owner says it's not the first time this has happened. He says his place has been flooding for 5 years. It happens nearly every time he gets heavy rain in the area.
Unfortunately, I don't know when we can start back up. We're shut down, my guess is probably for at least 3 weeks.
The issue seems to come from this ditch along Ocotillo Road. When it rains, the ditch fills up and then overflows right into his ranch. Pinal County says it's aware of the problem. They've tried to fix it, but there are, quote, conflicts with SRP infrastructure in the area. So for now, the ranch is pumping out that water and has to do that every time it floods. Tonight, one lane of the US 60 has been reopened between Globe and Superior. ADOT says crews will alternate traffic one direction at a time to get traffic through that area, but there will be delays. But you can see some of the damage caused by the flooding. Water damaged the guardrail, even washed away part of the shoulder in some spots. ADOT didn't say how long it's going to take to fully reopen the highway in both directions. A former lawmaker who was recently found guilty of violating a restraining order is no longer a school board president. The leadership change at the Tolleson Union High School District comes days after Lisa's son was sentenced to 2 years of probation. 12 News journalist Bianca Bono joins us live in Glendale, where a board meeting just wrapped up. It seems like it's one thing after another with the Tolleson School District. What's going on here?
Yeah, when it rains, it pours, right? Well, Lisa's son is no longer board president, but she is still a board member here. And tonight's meeting also comes after lawmakers ordered an audit of the district. So let's just say the community had a lot to say tonight. Fiery public comment at the Tolleson Union High School District board meeting Tuesday night as the West Valley District faces a long list of questions and concerns, including from its own students.
Why have 2 people in charge of kids when they act like kids like themselves?
We, the students, are always held accountable. If we break the rules, we face consequences. So why aren't you held for the same standards?
It's the first meeting since lawmakers on both sides of the aisle voted unanimously to order a special audit of the district amid allegations that Superintendent Jeremy Calles mismanaged finances. After the audit was given the green light, Calles said the district still plans to move forward with a plan to build an $80 million domed stadium for athletics and events.
We want money to be invested in materials that help our students learn better, read better, and improve in math.
Last year, voters approved a $125 million school improvement bond. And this year, the district is once again going back to taxpayers for another $125 million ask. One resident saying his tax bill from the school district has gone up 89% in 1 year.
I just got my tax bill. Nowhere in this publication back when we wrote this that was on say I'm going to pay 89% more next year.
Calles defending the district's decisions.
They say what they want to say and then they leave before they hear the answers. So if you were watching the whole meeting, you saw by the end of the meeting about 90% of that group had left by the time we went through the annual financial report and we discussed the new high school, topics that they said are very dear to them. Yet when we're providing answers on these topics, they're nowhere to be seen.
Also on Tuesday, a leadership shakeup on the school board after former lawmaker and board president Lisa's son was sentenced to probation for violating a restraining order, which stemmed from son making a death threat against a City of Tullison employee. The board voting to name Stephen Chapman as the new president, and son will become a board member. Some residents saying they've lost trust in leadership.
What I can't get across is approving more bonds and overrides when we just don't have the trust in our current board and superintendent.
And with regards to that state audit, it's expected to be finished by January of 2027. Now, the school board is set to meet one more time before Election Day. That's on October 28th. We're live in Glendale tonight. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what that audit comes up with. Bianca, thank you.